Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm here with Amanda Cost. She's the Executive Director of Partners for Peace in Bangor, and she's here to talk today about a very important topic. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Amanda, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me here, Emma. Happy to be here.
Thank you. So it's a very somber topic. Can you talk a little bit about the prevalence and significance of domestic violence here in Maine?
Yeah, so people have probably been hearing in the news a lot lately about homicides that have been happening in Maine as a result of domestic violence. And we know that every year, nearly or over half of the homicides that happen in Maine are a result of domestic violence. We know one is too many and half is way too many. And we continue to work at Partners for Peace to let people know our services are available to them, so in hopes that they'll reach out for support and help.
Right, because you're just one organization. I know every time one of these instances happens, I mean, we had an instance accused today in the news, but can you talk a little bit about what types of things do you guys work on to try to stop this cycle of violence?
Yeah, so at Partners for Peace, we are the domestic violence organization that serves Penobscot and Piscataquis counties, and we're part of a larger network across the state of service providers. And our main goal is to provide direct contact or direct service with survivors who are experiencing violence, provide them with resources, support, advocacy, and information. And that is our main focus. The other focus is to work in the community with our community providers and partners to make sure that we're responding to survivors in an appropriate and helpful way, and also to make sure that we're looking at who's causing the harm, who's causing the domestic violence, what are they doing? Are they being held accountable? And if they're not, we need to do better, and how can we do better as a network of providers and partners in our community?
Gotcha. So it seems, to simplify, it seems like twofold. It seems you're providing survivors with information and the tools they need to help themselves, and also you're educating folks about how do these things happen.
Yeah, we really feel like you have to do that simultaneously, or we're not being effective in really supporting survivors and making change in our community. We have an end goal as a part of our mission to eradicate domestic violence, and so we have to be constantly paying attention to what's the cause and how do we make it go away. And the cause is people doing harm, people being abusive and controlling and violent towards their intimate partners and their families.
Right. That's a lot of work,
Yes.
a lot of heavy topics.
Yes.
And on that note, you guys are really busy this month, right, with awareness raising events. Do you want to talk about anything like that?
Sure, yeah. Domestic Violence Awareness Month, this is actually the 37th year that we have been recognizing October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Of course, we are thinking about it all year long and raising awareness, but this particular month, we spend time focusing efforts in our community to gather people together so that they can be a part of this acknowledgement and recognition of the issue of domestic violence. So we've had events that have happened throughout the month, and then we have a couple more coming up I want to give some information about. One is on Saturday in Dover Foxcroft at the Center Theater. We're having a family-friendly event. We're showing a movie from 1 to 3. It's Hotel Transylvania 2.
Nice.
For us, it's a great chance for people to see that we are about healthy messages and developing and fostering and nurturing healthy relationships. So we're wanting families to come together, enjoy this free movie towards the end of the month, and just be in space. They can learn more about our organization and what we do. But
community is healing.
Community is healing, absolutely. I love that, for sure. And then next week, we scheduled at the very last minute a community candlelight vigil in memory of Virginia Cookson, who was murdered here in Bangor at the end of September, as well as all other domestic violence survivors and victims who've lost their lives to domestic violence. So that'll be here in Bangor at Cascade Park between 5 and 6. People can arrive as early as 4. They'll have an opportunity to connect with advocates if they want to, create a luminary for a family member or friend or someone that they would like to honor or memorialize. There'll be some speakers at the event, just the opportunity to be in community with each other, and to support each other and hopefully work on that healing process that we all need to journey on together.
Yeah, absolutely. It's necessary to go through it with the community.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if folks want to learn more, you guys have a website, right?
We certainly do. We're very active on social media, and we have a website. It is partnersforpeaceme.org. You can find out more information not only about our organization, but about all the other events that are going on this month.
And if somebody needs help urgently, is there a phone number, or just go to that website?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a 1-800 number. It's a 24-hour helpline. Anybody can call at any time of day. It's free, it's confidential, and there's always an advocate there to listen.
All right. Amanda, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Of course. We'll send it over to Devin Biggs for our full weather forecast.